You see, every man that is superior to you right now, especially for whatever goals that you're looking to achieve in your life or whatever level of success you want to have in your life. And there's guys who already have what you want to have, right? Anyone who's above you is really just your stepping stone. They exist as your stepping stone, right? Because since you can see them, you can see what they've done, you can see their trials and tribulations. They probably talk about their trials and tribulations and what they've had to overcome, how hard they've had to work in order to get where they're at. They've given you the groundwork. Because think about it, if you're willing to go through as much pain as they've gone through, if you're willing to make as many sacrifices and go as hard as they've gone, well, naturally, you will be able to reach their level as well. But you only have that ability now because they existed. Understand? Like, because they exist, because someone is above you or has achieved more than you, they exist as the pathway to greatness. Like, if someone's already great, well, now you have the pathway to greatness because you can just see what they've done. Especially if they make content, which a lot of successful guys do nowadays. Especially if they make content, they can literally tell you what they've done. So if you just do what they've done, you'll have what they have. And as I was saying earlier, they basically become your starting point. They become where you're starting out. They become where, okay, they've achieved this great thing. Now I just work up to their level and then surpass them. Because the thing about people who have achieved great things, especially the things that you want to achieve in your life, they didn't have themselves to learn from. Does that make sense? Like, they weren't able to learn from their future self who was successful. They just had to go through the trials and tribulations in the moment to eventually become successful. But the great thing is you have them to learn from. So you can get to where they're at faster. And if we think about this, if we zoom all the way out and we look at this from a humanity standpoint, that's essentially what we do. Everything that exists around us right now came into existence from men that were existed before us. We have no clue, right, who made a window, for example. We don't nobody knows that nigga's name. I mean, obviously I could search it up, but you don't know that offhand. You don't know who designed the first house or the first wall or probably the first camera, the first computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know the men that did these things. We don't know what their names are, but we use these things to achieve newer things. Understand? And this is how humanity moves forward from a fundamental standpoint. So it's not that you should have idols or look up to anyone. It's like, no, this guy is my starting point. I'm going to absorb all of his information and understand how he became who he became so then I can surpass him, not reach him, not glaze him and be like, oh my God. No, so I can reach him. And then once you reach him, you surpass him. And that's how things move forward. So you don't want idols. You don't want guys that you're looking up to in awe. You should always be looking above you to see where you can learn, how much you can absorb, what your potential actually is. Because there's no man on this planet that is doing something that you can't also do, right? Life is about mentality, not reality. If you want to win, you can win. So when you look at those who are above you, be like, okay, what can I learn? Learn, surpass. And then you do it again. Once you reach a higher level, you look at a guy who's ahead of you again. You learn, you surpass again. So that's how the dominoes fall, man. Every man who's ahead of you right now exists for you to surpass them. So